Hello friends, Ashirvad here. In this video I will be explaining you a very special function that you people might be needing often in any program, and that is the char at function. Okay, and what does this function do? It actually takes out a character from a given index. Okay, now to understand this thing properly, you first need to understand how string variables are actually stored in memory. So as you can see on my screen, I have declared a string variable s here with the value India, and this is how it is actually stored in memory. Okay, the first letter of any string has the index 0. Okay, you can say it is just a position of the beginning of the string. So likewise, each character has an index associated with it, and this is how it is organized in memory. So the first letter of any string has an index 0 always, and the next character will have index 1, and the next character will have index 2, and so on. Okay, so this is how Java stores strings in memory. Now what we are talking here is, if we want to store any of these characters, okay, in a separate variable, so we can do it by using this char at function. So this function actually requires an integer parameter inside the brackets, which is of course the index, and whatever index you write here, it will return you the character which is present at that index. Okay, so let us try out this thing in a program, and before that let me tell you one more thing which you have to remember, that the char at function always returns a character type of value. Well, but of course, but here what I mean is that it returns a char type of value. So if it returns a char type of value, it can only be stored in a character type variable. So that is what you have to remember. So let's do all this thing in a program so the picture is more clear to you. So this is a program which I have made partially, and what I have done here is I have a string variable in which I have stored the same string India, and I am going to store one of its characters from the given index in this character variable C. So how do I write this thing? C is equal to s dot. Now why s dot? Because we are getting the character from the string which is in this case stored in s. Okay, so always remember, you have to specify the string variable name first, then put a dot sign, and then only you can use this char at function. Now as you can see in my IntelliSense window, it says that it requires an integer index here, and it will return a char type of variable back to me. So let's specify any index. For example, let me specify 1. Okay, so just observe it carefully. What index I have specified? 1. So which character do you think is present at index 1? It is the character n. So what value have I got in variable C after executing this line? Is n. So let us check this out. I'm actually going to print the value of C on screen in a message box, of course. Null comma C. So when I run this program, I should have n displayed on my screen. So let's hit run, shift F6. So that's it. As you can see on my screen, it has displayed the character n as the output of the program. So this is how char add function works. You can specify any index which is in the range of the number of characters in the string. Okay, so I can specify any index in this particular example from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, I cannot specify any index which is beyond the limit of this string, or otherwise it will give you an error. So let me show you actually the what type of error you can get if I do so. Let me write 8 here. Now of course there is no character present at index 8. In fact there is no index 8 here. So when you run this, and straight away you can see on my output screen that the error message comes as string index out of bounds. Okay, you will see this error often, and you always can understand why this error is coming, because the reason is because you have specified the index which is not present in the given string. Okay, so this is how this char add function works. Now there is one more interesting thing that you can do with the char add function. Let me delete everything, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to store a number, for example 1 2 3 4 5, actually 12,345, but it is stored as a string, remember that. Okay, so right now this thing is not a number, and what you can do is you can take any of these digits in a char type of variable, and you can convert that value into integer if you want to. So that is exactly what we are going to do. So first of all, let me declare a char type of variable, and I'm going to get the character from the index 2. So what character should I have in C? It is 3. Okay, as 3 is present at 2 index. So right now this 3 is stored in this variable C in char character form. Okay, so to convert this into a number, an integer, okay, I first need to have an integer variable, of course, and in fact we have an inbuilt class in Java called character, okay, with C capital, of course. And in this class we have a method which is get numeric value, as what you can see on my screen. So when I use this method, it requires a character type of variable inside its brackets, and it gives me the integer value after converting this into integer, okay, in this case. So let's use it, and as you can see it has already taken C inside the bracket, which is what I want to convert into integer. So that's perfect. Now when I run the program, and let me actually display this value of n. So JOption pane dot show message dialog null comma n. So I should see the value 3 on my screen if I run the program. Let me check it. So yes, you can see I'm getting the value, but this value is right now in which form? It is an integer, and since it is an integer, I can do any calculation, I can perform any calculation on this variable n, as it is a number, and this calculation was not possible with this C, as it is a char type of variable. So you can always use this character dot get numeric value method to convert the individual digits of a string into integer number if you want. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you have understood the conversion well, and if you have any doubt, do let me know in the comment section below. So thanks so much for watching. Do like and subscribe.